Bend Fire and Rescue is offering free hands-only CPR classes on the first Wednesday of every month. This is an opportunity for you to learn a valuable life-saving technique.
The value of teaching CPR to the public is that the citizens are our new army that we're trying to build in cooperation with the PulsePoint app. These are the people that are going to be there first before anyone else, potentially before law enforcement, before any fire personnel show up. And it is that gap in time between when the call is made and when trained help arrives, that is where lives can be saved.
And we know that time is the most important thing here, and a minute or two can make the difference between life and death. So having the public trained and willing to start CPR can be the key to saving more lives in our city.
Our average response to a cardiac arrest is 6 to 8 minutes. In that amount of time, having a citizen there who's willing to do CPR could make the difference between life and death. In this CPR class, students are going to be able to utilize a new high-tech training mannequin that actually displays up on a screen the depth, the rate of compressions, shows them exactly what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong, which makes the process of learning the correct way to do it really simple. The beauty is now with CPR, hands-only CPR, and the way that is set up, it's not as daunting as what has been taught earlier.
Timing is so critical because once the heart stops, we have no circulation. In particular, your brain has no circulation. And we know from science that your brain has about 6 to 10 minutes it can survive without permanent damage to it, without oxygen. Without CPR started early, unfortunately, it may save the heart, but in the end, lose the brain, lose the personality of the person that we are trying to save.
One of the fortunate changes in the new CPR is for a responder, it is not necessary to breathe for the patient. Doing compressions only will make the difference. There's enough oxygen in their blood, suspended in their blood, to provide the oxygen they need for that initial phase of help.
We would like you to do about 2 compressions per second, and that gets you a rate of about 100 to 120. And what we learn from science is that below that is too slow, we don't move enough blood, and above that is too fast, and we actually don't move enough blood either, because we're not recoiling coming off the chest enough. Without early CPR, we don't tend to survive those incidents. The thing that science has found is that bystander CPR is the most important factor in people surviving these incidents. So the public being willing to do it. PulsePoint's an app that when 911 receives a cardiac arrest call will notify you if you're a quarter mile from that location and it's in a public place. Basically, this becomes a tool to let people know who are trained that there's a cardiac arrest near them and hopefully get someone to start CPR very early in the incident.
The mission of the Bend Fire Department has always been to provide care to the community members. We're now taking it to another level and helping the community members to get to the place where they can care for each other.